assassins.
Huh. You know, I've never really looked around this place this much. Am I in the Animus right now? I mean, look at this. There's white backgrounds and, I don't know. Is there like a player playing this game or anything? Oh, hello, my name is Fu Manchu. I think I'm right. Anyways, hey, I'm a big fan of the video game series Assassin's Creed. And you know what? I had my wife to play them because I suck at video games. She's really good at them, and I could just sit back and watch them like a movie. And it's awesome, man. I love them. I've been buying the action figures and stuff all this time. And you might remember that about 3 years ago, I reviewed the following. The McFarlane Toys Color Tops Assassin's Creed the Movie Aguilar figure played by Michael Fassbender. Now, back when I reviewed this, I was actually using my old camera or whatever. Now you can actually see it. Back then, it was so dark you couldn't tell any of the details and stuff. This figure is awesome. Just like all of the McFarlane figures, it's just packed with details and stuff. Not packed with articulation, but, you know, we should have expected that. And you know what? It seems like McFarlane Toys is finally remedying all that by making toys with articulation these days. And man, I hope that they revisit the Assassin's Creed line because they could make these figures so much better. Now, speaking of better Assassin's Creed figures, DAMTOYS makes a 1/6 scale line of them. And to say I wanted all of the ones that were announced, well, that would be an understatement. But when I found out that there was a movie version of Aguilar made by DAMTOYS, well, I knew that was the one I had to have. So let's go check it out, shall we? Today's review will be on the DAMTOYS, and looky over there, there's Bane going,
"Oh, this is not your usual Gangster's Kingdom review, Mr. Wayne."
I know, Bane! We're moving up from gangsters to assassins. And this is a review for the Assassin's Creed, the movie, Aguilar, 1/6 scale figure. This box is awesome. It's very big, it's very heavy, and it's got like a satiny, where it's black, it is very satiny feeling, and that's pretty cool. I expected it to be like slick, like most boxes are, but nope. This one has a very soft, satiny feeling to it. But that's all that's on the front of the box. You've got the logo, the Assassin's A, and you've got Aguilar standing in front of it. And yeah, that's it. A lot of black space, a couple logos, and that's pretty much it. Let's look at the back. Looking at the back of the box, we see a picture of Aguilar making a leap of faith through the A of Assassin's Creed, and that is very cool indeed. Up here we have his full name, and then over here we have the Abstergo logo, which is very awesome. And down here we have a bunch of warnings. And yeah, it's kind of a plain box. Got a few things, but it looks very fancy. So let's make that leap of faith. On both sides of the box, we find a really cool picture of Michael Fassbender as Aguilar in full costume, looking very cool indeed. You got the Assassin's Creed logo, and then down here, the fact that it's a 1/6 scale figure. Up here at the very top, we have his name, and that is awesome indeed. Now, like I said, I had been wanting a DAMTOYS Assassin's Creed figure for ever since the first one was announced, man, and I never thought I'd be able to get one, let alone have one right in front of me, and I cannot wait to open this, so I say we open it! Well, what I thought was the box was actually an outer box with this box inside of that box. So just like Mitch Hedberg's joke about Pepperidge Farm bread,
you open it and it still ain't open.
But even though it's not open yet, you do get a window to see all the accessories and the figure inside. And man, this thing is amazing looking. That base, the figure, his outfit, everything just looks so good. And I cannot wait to remove this figure. Man, oh man. But before we do, let's look at the back of the box. Now, there's not a lot to see. You just have the Assassin's A logo, as you can see there. And that's it. I mean, there's nothing else here. So yeah, let's go back to the front of the box before we open it. Flipping the box around and looking through the window one last time, and it becomes very obvious that you're not only getting a really awesome Assassin's Creed figure, but you're also getting a Michael Fassbender figure and a really awesome Assassin's Creed display as well. And man, I cannot wait to see this figure open, so let's open this box one more time. After removing the trays from the box, you find that there's a larger tray with the figure and his base and all of his hands right there. But behind this tray, there's a smaller tray that has all of his weapons and part of the stand, and that is awesome. So let's remove them and check them out, shall we? Laying the top tray down and removing the plastic cover, and you can see that you not only get the figure, but you get 8 extra hands, and over here you get this really awesome display base. Now, as you can see, it's not put together yet, and it's not made out of polystone, although it looks like it. It's actually made out of plastic, but that doesn't mean it's not heavy. This is awesome. As for the smaller tray, you get the arm and claw for the stand, you get his bow, you get an arrow, you get a knife and sheath, and you get 3 little throwing knives, and that is awesome. Looking at the display base first, you'll notice that it's reinforced with these little foam inserts, and that's pretty awesome indeed. Now, this piece right here feels pretty heavy duty, man, but this piece over here, well, it looks heavy duty, but it's pretty cheap feeling. And if you've ever had one of those hollow plastic, dinosaur toys or whatever, you know what I mean? It's not squishy, but you can feel it's hollow. That's what this feels like. Because there's definitely nothing to this piece. Now, like I said, it's not flimsy, it's not squishy and stuff like that, but it is hollow. And in all honesty, I prefer the bases this way because whenever you get the polystone ones, yes, they feel like you're getting a lot of quality there, but honestly, you run the risk of breaking them. In fact, I just broke my Hercules' club that he came with recently, and it made me so sad because I didn't even know it was made out of polystone. But yep, it fell, snapped in half. So yeah, I'd much rather them be made out of this plastic. So let's remove this foam and put it together. What do you say? And once it's all put together, there's no denying that this is an awesome base. This thing looks incredible. And like I said, if you saw this standing on your shelf, you would swear it's made out of polystone. Down here we have the Assassin's Creed logo on a little brass plaque. The way it's made looks like it's made out of stone. And hey, wait a second, what does that remind me of? I swear I've seen that shape before, but I can't quite put my finger on where I saw it. Oh well, I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. Over here we have a little arch, and it works its way up here to this little leaf design that's carved intricately into the side. And I love this wash that brings out all the details like the cracks and the leaves and stuff like that. That looks so amazing. Now, as you can see back here, there's a little plug. Now, this little plug can probably be pushed in a little bit better, more flush to the thing. But I'm not going to use it. I'm actually going to use the figure display with it so I can put the figure on here. This is too cool not to use. And then up here we have this broken piece, and that looks so amazing. I love the way these bricks look in the wall, how they're not all flat and perfect, and it just looks so good. The details of this thing look amazing. Turning it to the side, you can see that the details continue, and this looks so amazing. They did not need to sculpt the back of this because they could have just left it all plain and flat, but they didn't. They painted the whole thing, and it looks so good. This is going to complement the figure so well. And speaking of the figure, I think it's time we looked at him. What do you say? Because as cool as that base looks, this figure is the main attraction. Now, as you can see, he still has the plastic on his head, his hands, and his feet. So let's remove that plastic and take a closer look at him. So, here's Aguilar with all the plastic removed. And I gotta say, first impressions, this figure is incredible. He's very stiff feeling. Oh, this figure is awesome. His clothes right here on his upper arms feels like rough leather, like you would think an Indian or something would wear. That is so cool indeed. I absolutely love it. I mean, his whole outfit kind of looks like an Indian's outfit. It's kind of neat. But down here, it just looks so good. All the little details. You got his hidden blades right there. The fact that he's missing his finger over here, which is kind of weird because he's got a hidden blade over here, but he's still got all his fingers. I thought in the game they had to cut off your finger so that the blade could, like, slide out. I thought. I don't know. But, I would assume that if he has 2 hidden blades, he would have lost that finger too. But, oh well, I don't know. But, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, his little outfit has wires inside of the front and back right here, all around the edges, so you can pose that. And then down here he has his shoes. And just look at the detail on all of this stuff. Now, this isn't the base he came with. He doesn't come with a plain base. He comes with the, the big base that I already showed you with the wire that you have to attach. But yeah, this is so cool, man. The details, all the different mixed, materials and stuff. I mean, just look at that. That looks so good. Now, I've seen reviews of this figure before, and a lot of people compare his outfit to Jack Sparrow's. And I got to say, yeah, it kind of does look like that. Up here you have this shoulder piece. Now, that's like plastic, which is weird. I wonder why they didn't make that out of cloth. But looking at all the details in it, I guess that's why. I mean, it saves a little bit of trouble. And that face is definitely Michael Fassbender. That looks so good. I absolutely love it. He's got that little eye tattoo, the little detail there, and that is so cool indeed. They did an amazing job. I mean, it looks just like him. That is so awesome. His eyes are nice and glossy. The way his beard is painted, I love it. A few people have commented on his mouth. They say he's got like a smirk, but that's what Michael Fassbender's mouth looks like, man. He's always kind of got that little bit of a smirky face. You know, even when he frowns, he's kind of got a smirky face. And you know what? That is awesome. Up here, you've got his hair, all the details and stuff, how it's pulled back and stuff right there. It's got the little ponytail in the back. That is awesome. Just look at all the different layers there of his hair. That looks so good. Now, resting on the back of his neck, you've got his assassin's mask right there. You got the little hood that you can flop up, and that's pretty cool. I love how that is sewn on there. That looks so good. The back of his outfit looks pretty much like the front. It looks like it would be really hard to get in and out of this thing, that's for sure. And then down here, you've got the back of his boots. And look at that. He's got like little design work down the back there, like where a zipper or laces would be or something. That is so cool. I absolutely love it. The back of his gauntlets. That looks so amazing. Reminds me of the Shredder's outfit from the Ninja Turtles movie. That's pretty cool. All you need to do is add the claws. But yeah, this looks so good. I absolutely love it. Taking a closer look at his face one more time, and man, this likeness is amazing. It looks so realistic. I absolutely love it. Now, like I said, I'd been wanting one of the Assassin's Creed figures from DAMTOYS. You know, I knew I couldn't have them all, and I had to pick one. And when I found out that this one existed based on Michael Fassbender, I thought, that's awesome, because the fact that it's based on a real person means the likeness would probably be even more realistic than the average ones that are just based on the video games. And you know what? This one does not disappoint. It looks so good. Now, looking down at his neck, you'll notice that his neck is actually wrapped in plastic. So let's remove that plastic and put his hood up. Now, I'm probably going to have to look at a bunch of movie stills and scenes from the movie to get it to hang right, but there's the hood up as best as I could do it right now on this video. And you know what? I absolutely love the way it looks. That is so awesome. Just look at the stitch work there, too, on the hood itself. I mean, that is a lot of details that they put into this figure, and man, it looks so good. I was happy with the McFarlane figure, but seeing this just blows that out of the water. Now, whenever I make a review, I don't normally put these kinds of figures together completely in the video itself. I usually wait till the video's over and do it off camera. But with this figure, there was only a few extra little accessories that needed to be added. Like this little sheath here and this knife that goes on his sash. And then up here he has the 3 little throwing knives that go in the shoulder piece. But I'm not going to show my figure off with the bow and arrow because ever since I decided to get this figure, I wanted him displayed in this leap of faith or about to jump off the cliff, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid style kind of pose. And this just looks amazing. Now, if I had a complaint about this figure, it would be over here. Now, as you can see, the hidden blades are extendable and retractable. And the blade itself is made out of plastic. And I have to say, very thin, brittle filling plastic. And I wish the blade itself would have been made out of metal, kind of like the Hot Toys Predator figures have the blades made out of metal, because pulling it in and out is very scary. Now, this one right over here was kind of loose when it comes out, but this one over here was super tight, and I was so afraid I was going to break it. And believe me, it's such a small thing and so thin that, yeah, if you're not careful, you could break it very, very easily, and you don't get any replacements. Now, speaking of replacements, you only get these 3 little throwing knives in this set, and yeah, they do not stay in there very easily. They can fall out in that little sheath that they go in. They could fall out very easily because they're in there very loose. So if you drop one, you will lose it because it is tiny. So be very careful. In fact, I'm thinking about just gluing mine in because I can't imagine I'd ever pose him like he's about to throw him anyways. But yeah, you know what though? Those are very small complaints, and this figure looks incredible. It is awesome in hand. The display base, everything is so cool. And if all of the Assassin's Creed figures made by DAMTOYS is this good, man, any of them you get would be incredible. So, there's my review of the DAMTOYS Assassin's Creed movie. Aguilar 1/6 scale figure, and man, what a figure it is. The tailoring of the outfit, the likeness to Michael Fassbender, this really awesome display base, man, this figure was worth every penny. And I had looked around for this figure as soon as I found out it existed, and of course I couldn't find it. It was sold out everywhere I looked, except for on eBay, where they want all your money. And you know what? I'm glad I held out because I found this figure at cost, and man, what a deal it was. Now, this is probably the only Assassin's Creed DAMTOYS figure I'm probably ever going to be able to get, but man, it sure does make me want more of them because this is awesome. So, until next time, tune in for more food reviews!
Are you crazy? The fall will probably kill you.
Hey, this is Nolan North. You don't want to miss Food Reviews. And I'm out.